The 1st Brigade Combat Team, 1st Infantry Division is the oldest permanent brigade in the United States Army and has some of the oldest units in the United States Army.HHC. 1st Brigade served in World War I, Vietnam, Desert Shield and Desert Storm. Its most notable campaigns include the Aisne-Marne, Meuse-Argonne, Picardy, Tet Counteroffensive and the liberation and defense of Kuwait.Since Desert Storm. The Devil Brigade deployed to Bosnia, Kuwait, and went to Korea to participate in a 2nd Infantry Division exercise. History. World War I. Headquarters and Headquarters Company was constituted the 24th of May 1917 into the regular army as Headquarters, 1st Brigade, an element of the 1st Expeditionary Division. Commanders 1st Infantry Brigade 1917. The 9th of June Colonel Omar Bundy. The 28th of June BG Omar Bundy. The 25th of August Colonel Ulysses G. McAlexander. The 30th of August BG Omar Bundy. The 8th of September BG George B. Duncan. 1918. The 16th of January Colonel John L. Hines. The 21st of January BG George B. Duncan. The 5th of May BG John L. Hines. The 27th of August BG Frank Parker. The 18th of October Colonel Hjalmar Eriksson. The 21st of November BG Frank Parker. The 20th of December Colonel Charles A. Hunt. 1919. The 5th of January BG Frank Parker. The 12th of January Colonel Charles A. Hunt. The 17th of January BG Frank Parker. The 27th of January Colonel William F. Harrell. The 29th of January BG Frank Parker. The 16th of February Colonel Charles A. Hunt. The 29th of March BG Frank Parker. The 1st of April Colonel Charles A. Hunt. The 11th of April BG Frank Parker. The 25th of April Colonel Charles A. Hunt. The 7th of May LTC Edward R. Coppock. The 9th of May LTC William F. Hoey. The 13th of May BG Frank Parker. The 8th of July Colonel William W. McCammon. The 18th of July BG Frank Parker. The 21st of July Colonel William W. McCammon. The 24th of July to the 3rd of September BG Frank Parker. World War II. The 1st Infantry Brigade was stationed at Fort Wadsworth on Staten Island, New York as part of the 1st Infantry Division until the 11th of October 1939, when it was inactivated when the division was converted to a triangular table of organization and equipment. After the Army's conversion to the triangular division, only 2 separate brigades were formed during World War II. The 1st Airborne Infantry Brigade and the 2nd Airborne Infantry Brigade. The 1st Airborne Infantry Brigade was formed at Fort Benning, Georgia, on the 20th of July 1942, originally as the 1st Parachute Infantry Brigade. The unit changed its name from Parachute to Airborne after having the 88th Glider Infantry Regiment assigned to it. After having its units removed and sent to different theaters, the brigade was disbanded 7 months later. Cold War. Under the United States Army's pentomic reorganization, the 1st Infantry Brigade was recreated as an independent unit at Fort Benning from 1958 to 62. When the 1st Brigade rejoined the 1st Infantry Division, the brigade was renamed the 197th Infantry Brigade. Operation Iraqi Freedom. On the 23rd of July 2003, U.S. Army Forces Command alerted the 1st Brigade Combat Team for deployment to the Iraq Theater of Operations in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom. The brigade deployed its main body starting on the 2nd of September, closing in Kuwait by the 11th of September. Initially attached to the 82nd Airborne Division, the brigade occupied area of operations Topeka and conducted transition of authority with the 3rd Squadron 3D Armored Cavalry Regiment. On the 26th of September, on the 20th of March 2004, CJTF-7 attached 1st Brigade to the 1st Marine Division to continue its offensive operations in Topeka. In the following 12 months, the brigade's offensive operations killed 541 insurgents, wounded 101 more, and detained over 2,081 enemy fighters, including the capture of 18 high-value targets and 20 foreign fighters. The brigade responded to hundreds of small arms and RPG engagements, as well as over 550 IED attacks. In order to disrupt the enemy's ability to conduct operations, the brigade captured 41 heavy machine guns, 175 RPG launch, 3,134 mortar and artillery rounds, 1,781 rockets, and 17 surface-to-air missiles. In addition to combat operations, the brigade formed and trained the 60th Iraqi National Guard Brigade, including the 500th, 501st, and 502nd ING Battalions. 1st Brigade also sponsored over $23.8 million in civil projects in the Al-Anbar province. The BCT returned to Fort Riley in September 2004. In January 2005, the 1st Brigade was again called upon to prepare for deployment for OIF. The brigade spent the majority of 2005 refitting and training for deployment in full 2005. This training culminated with the brigade's deployment to the Joint Readiness Training Center in August and September 2005. In January 2006, the 1st Brigade received a mission change and began restructuring in order to better train military transition teams for their deployment. Several security force companies, or SECFOR companies, began preparing to deploy to Iraq in the fall of 2006. On the 23rd of September 2009, the brigade officially moved the military transition team mission to Fort Polk, LA, and stood up as a deployable heavy brigade combat team. Motto: the brigade's motto is America's First Devils.